So a while back, I did a video on Zina Bash, the woman sitting behind Brett Kavanaugh, who supposedly made like an okay hand sign, which again it means okay. But there was a prank a while back that was originated on 4chan. A bunch of trolls just decided, hey, if people are gonna start painting Pepe the Frog as racist, which it ended up becoming like a right-wing symbol because people mistakenly thought it was like a right-wing symbol, so they started calling it that, and then it kind of became a self-fulfilling prophecy. People were saying that, and then a bunch of people online decided, hey, let's do this with the okay sign. Let's see if we can get people to actually believe this ridiculous conspiracy theory that the okay hand sign somehow represents white power. So they did, and certain people picked it up. Most actual reputable sources will not dare touch it because it's ridiculous and not at all true. But certain left-wing outlets will sometimes report on it as such. And the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, came out with a statement saying this is a hoax. This is not actually real. It's just an okay sign. It's just meant to troll and upset people. Well, when that happened with Zina Bash supposedly doing that, now I thought she did it. Now I'm having mixed feelings. I don't know if she did it or not, or if she meant to do it, I should say. But someone commented that this is no laughing matter, that this can actually hurt people. This is not something that we should be laughing at. And I disagreed because, well, it's just a hand sign. It's just no reputable agency or organization takes this seriously. This is all just radical people on the left getting upset. Well, as you can see from this article, U.S. Coast Guard employee removed for a white power sign on air. I guess I was wrong, that people can actually get hurt from this, that just by trolling, people can get hurt from this. Now, of course, I want to say, every organization has the right to, I believe, has the right to fire people for any reason. For any reason at all, they have the right to fire people. Now, of course, I can say that's stupid, I can say that's dumb, and I can say it's a bad thing that it happened and it shouldn't have happened, but again, they have the right to do so. Getting that out of the way, because no doubt there will be people that get mad about that. But here's a screenshot right there. As you can, if you can see right above the N in news, there's the guy scratching his ear with the white power symbol. Again, not an actual white power symbol, but that's what people seem to be calling it. And again, this is the BBC reporting this here. But of course, it's you can't blame the BBC for reporting something that actually did happen. This did happen. But yeah. An unnamed team member was seen sitting in the background as MSNBC interviewed the Coast Guard commanding officer. So from the picture, I just saw the picture and I'm like, there's no way this is real. There's no way, that's coincidence right there. Now, just like with the other thing where if you actually watch the video, it looks more deliberate. He's looking at the camera and he's doing it so subtly that he's trying to get away from it. So he's staring at the camera. And then he just kind of does it quickly for a second, kind of like that. But now, was that intentional? Was that not? That seems to be a weird way to scratch behind or scratch in front of your ear. Even then, that just seems strange. But whether he did it or not intentionally is completely pointless. It really doesn't matter if he did it intentionally or not. The fact is, he got fired for the okay sign. The U.S. Coast Guard has removed a team member from duty after he was accused of making a white power sign on air. The unidentified employee was seen glancing at the camera during an MSNBC interview on Friday night before briefly making the hand gesture. He was at a desk in the background as the cable channel spoke to Coast Guard Commanding Officer Captain John Reed in South Carolina. The agency responded swiftly to the ensuing social media backlash. So remember, this was all social media. This wasn't the organization was this is a hate symbol, let's fire people. We don't want racists as part of our organization. This is all backlash to social media, which shows you the power of social media. Again, I have no idea if the U.S. Coast Guard actually if his commanding officer thought that's what happened. But again, when you do something that causes backlash like that, you can get people get upset. So I'm starting to wonder if this was actually not a good thing to do in the first place. If this so-called hoax was, well, I say so-called hoax, it is a hoax. If this so-called white power symbol, if this joke was really worth it, because I can understand what a company means. I can understand a company. Someone does something controversial while at the work organization, representing the organization in a way, doing something controversial and them getting fired for it because they did it while in uniform while representing the company. So I can see that. But this just goes to show how many people actually believe this, that this is a real thing, and how many people can have influence. How these people that actually believe this, and that it's not just a conspiracy, actually believe this is happening and can influence someone to be fired. Whatever that symbol means, it doesn't reflect the Coast Guard and our core values. It means okay. That's all it means. It means okay. It won't be tolerated. Now, I mean, the fact that this guy did the symbol, again, this is assuming if he actually intended to do it or not. If he did do it, then I suppose it tells you a lot about his politics, because no centrist or left-wing person, like, even if they know it's not a hoax, or even if they understand that it is a hoax and not actually a real symbol, they're not going to do it, because it's just a joke. It's meant to troll people on the left. So it does tell you about the guy's politics, and it does tell you that it's interesting that he got fired for that reason. But the Coast Guard tweeted that it was aware of the offensive video and was investigating the matter. In a statement, the agency said it was a frustrating decision. And I wonder if, like, you can't necessarily blame the Coast Guard. I mean, I assume, like, I would want the Coast Guard to say, like, to stand up for their employees, to stand up for Coast Guard people, like, to say, hey, like, you shouldn't have done it. Please don't do it again. But we're gonna defend you because you didn't do anything wrong. But this is just making me wonder if this is actually worth it. Like, is it worthwhile to troll like that? Is it worthwhile to portray or to try to use the OK sign, declare something a hate symbol when it actually isn't? Because, again, something can actually become, in a sense, and it can have a lot of meaning behind it because of a hoax. But yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on this, honestly. Like, again, I would say don't do this at work. Like, if you're going to do it, don't do it at work. But yeah, did this backfire? Like, did this backfire as a bunch of trolls were like, hey, let's make this joke. Let's make this into a hoax. And now all of a sudden people are getting fired from it. So that is ridiculous. I don't think this guy should have gotten fired. I feel bad that this guy got fired. I don't know, maybe he's a bad employee and they were just looking for a reason to fire him. But this was a frustrating decision, which makes me think that it's frustrating for them because they're like, well, it's not real. Like, we get that we don't personally think you did anything wrong, but there's so much backlash that we have to let you go. And I do kind of question, like, again, the U.S. Coast Guard isn't like a private company or anything, so it's not like they're going to lose sales. As far as I know, they're not going to lose sales by having a bad public image, but I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is something where this video is more just to report on what happened and to genuinely ask, what do you think? Like, what is the case with this joke? This joke. I'm curious to hear your thoughts because I don't know. Like, I'm kind of at a loss now. Where did this joke go too far? Is this joke having a negative impact in the long run? I don't know. The goal is to ridicule your enemies and make them look stupid, and I figured that by taking something like the OK sign and saying it's a hate symbol, that would make the enemy, again, the enemy meaning like political opponents, not like an actual, you know what I mean? Would that like get you some political points or whatever by making the enemy look stupid? by making these insane accusations that the OK sign is a hate symbol. But now, like, people are taking it seriously, so I don't know. People are taking it seriously, and I'm guessing people in the center are like, I don't know either way. But I'm just at a loss. I don't know what to conclude from this. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. And thanks for watching.